Above the fields of fern, near cliff and wave.
I'm Aileen Lambert, and I'm one of the organisers of the Wild Bees project.
And my name is Michael Horch, and I'm one of the artists. Both of us are artists, and we're working on the Wild Bees project.
At Vienna's wane.
The project started in about 2008, and Dominic Campbell and myself had a conversation about working with the National Library with a group of people, bringing them in and using the library's archive as a kind of just as a resource for the public to have access to, you know.
Calm upon her final trip, her fatal trip. Is that where you are?
Yeah. Give us just the last line of that verse again.
That last line.
There were passengers and cargo.
Passengers and cargo aboard this, as she left Loch Ryan's waters calm upon.
If we're coming up to Dublin, we're hoping it'll be Friday night so we can go to the Goaling Song Club. Unfortunately, don't get there enough. And so we knew that there would be a bunch of singers out there that would be interested in a project that might look at researching old songs or looking at composing new songs, you know. So that's what we're doing. So the Wild Bees Nest project started then back in October as a Bealtaine project, but a year-long thing culminating in May now with the final performance, which is 11 newly composed songs in the traditional style.
We're dealing with people's voices, and especially with traditional singers in Ireland, that as you get older, you're actually classed as a better singer. You're getting more mature, and you've got more to offer, and more to much more to offer, whatever. And again, here are all these people, you know. And the first part of the project was really just to highlight that and get the group to work together. And most of the singers were from Dublin. Some were from two or three come in from outside of Dublin. But the first part of the project was to highlight the song that they really liked and to kind of show off that rich tradition that was there. Having
a national institution as well involved in the project gives it it elevates it so much for the participants. It really and for the audience as well. So it really gives them a great confidence and boost to be involved in something with the national institution as well, I think, you know, and it's just a joy to come into as well.
So many fragile lives in 1953. That's the one.
Many of these have written songs before, some hadn't, but usually they would be inclined to write on their own when they'd have an idea and the time and the inclination to do it. So some of them weren't at all sure about the idea that we were proposing, which was this time frame and deadline and discussing your work while it's in progress with others. Exactly. Yeah, some were fairly uncomfortable with that even, you know, and going, yeah, do you know, that they still have, you know, this idea that you have to be inspired, you know. But I mean, any writer will tell you this, or anyone that's creative will tell you there's massive discipline involved and making that time, you know.
When I was 7 and my brother was 8 and my mother used to say, don't stay out late and down.
Well, I think it's just a wonderful initiative to work with older people, with the older generation, and from the library's point of view, we talk about ourselves as being a memory institution, but these are the memories. These are the living, breathing, walking, talking memory institutions, and we can't live and function and be effective without real people who have real memories to help us interpret the memories that we have on paper or in print and drawings or in our photographs. So to have an audience of people who have memories, more than young people have memories, adds greatly to what we're trying to do at the library. I think it's not long enough. I think that, and I certainly don't think that any of the older generation that are involved in Bealtaine limit their creativity to that 1 month. I think it's a celebration of what they're doing in their own lives. But I think it's a wonderful initiative, and I think that probably the creativity goes on long beyond the month. You don't need me to tell any of you that having an active mind and having a passion, having a love, and having connections with the people definitely improves your quality of living and your quality of life and possibly your longevity. So I think by engaging with culture, with arts, with each other, with material, with objects, and in a passionate way, in an interested way, a reason to get out of bed in the morning, a reason to go somewhere, a reason to go to a library, to read a newspaper, to engage on a project, has to be good. It's good for all of us, and I would have to imagine that even if mobility is somewhat affected and health might not be so great, that people will still be interested to think, oh, I know that, or I've seen that, or I could do that. And I think they should be able to think that way as long as possible.
It's superb, it's wonderful, yes. We know some of the singers from the Bealtaine Club anyway, and we're very interested in singing. So, but it's terrific to hear newly composed songs. They're original, and they obviously have done a lot of research, which is a new departure for a lot of them, to actually maybe research the songs and to compose a new song. So I think it's wonderful, it's terrific, it's very exciting.
People of all ages need to be doing stuff together, whatever it is.